Hello, today I'm going to be filming a girl talk video because I filmed a boy talk. God, my voice is on really croaky. Because I filmed a boy talk just before Christmas and it went down really well, so I thought I'd have to do a girl talk. I've asked for a few questions on Instagram, so I'll answer those and just cover my experiences of being a girl in the 21st century. Is that what we're in? I'm pretty sure. So yeah, please like and subscribe if you like this video and let's get started. I'm not gonna lie, I probably should be writing essays, but I have just put on makeup for like one of my meetings this week and I was like, I don't really want to waste it, so that's why I'm filming when I should be doing work. So the first thing I'm going to cover is like pressures on girls. I know it seems quite negative, but I just think there's so many things like that girls have to deal with now that they don't have to deal with maybe 10-20 years ago. So yes, the first one I've written down is careers/uni. Now I know we are so lucky now to be able to go to university, to progress on the career ladder like maybe we couldn't have done maybe 30-40 years ago. But I do think now just generally in society there's such a huge pressure to like go to university. I know obviously I have fallen into that trap, like I really do think back and I think like literally my college, they were so like academic, they only really advertised university as an option post college, like they didn't really advertise apprenticeships at all. Like I think like, they got mentioned like once, they were like, oh just look at this website if you want to do an apprenticeship, but all our other lessons were all like university, all the assemblies were all about university. And I think back then I didn't really know what I wanted to study. I was what, 17, 18, I didn't know what I wanted to do as a career. And then I actually remember both times I went to careers advisors in school and college, they all just like pushed me to do psychology, so they're like, it'll open so many doors, such a good subject to have. So that's why I did that first of all, really. And I grew to hate it because it wasn't what I wanted to do. Like I wasn't encouraged to do what I actually enjoyed. So I think that's such a huge error in the school system. But anyway, I won't go into like an essay like I would do in my degree, because I study education studies, by the way. So yeah, I think there is that huge pressure, and I think obviously on girls as well. Like again, when universities were first like created, they're more aimed at white privileged males. So yeah, I think obviously now people see it as it's like a luxury for women to go to uni, which I know it definitely is. Like I know in some countries like not all girls can even go to school. So we are extremely lucky to have education that we can go to for free until we're 18. But yeah, I do think it just because we have that privilege doesn't mean it should be forced upon people, because I think there are so many people that go to uni that don't really enjoy it or don't want to go in the first place, but it's just such an expectation to go. And I think as well, like a lot of like I know a lot of people in like my parents' generation didn't have the opportunity to go to university because of like class differences, and I think as well parents don't realise they really do encourage kids to go to the university because they're really smart or whatever, but like university is not the be all and end all of your life. Like I think if your parents are really forcing you to go to uni, like don't do something with your parents sort of thing. Like go because you want to go, because you want to do it. Like don't go because like people around you pressuring you into it. But which I know is hard, especially as when I was at my particular college, that they really forced you to go to uni. So yeah, that's my first rant about that. Double standards. Now I actually have two brothers. My older one, I think there are so many things like when you go out or whatever, it's like girls should do one thing, boys should do another. It just really frustrates me. Like for example, my mum's always said to me like don't walk home alone, like make sure you walk home with someone, but she's never said that to my brother. I'm just like, can they not just like, I think there's like a meme or something whereas like girls always taught to be safe and like be on guard, whereas why can we not just teach boys not to attack girls? Like that really frustrates me as well. So yeah, I'm hoping when my kids are older, or like when I have kids even, like that stereotype is kind of not reinforced, and like I said, like boys aren't as like aggressive towards strangers or whatever, but obviously you can't predict these things. But yeah, and like there's just so many different things like masturbation and stuff like that, which again boys can do one thing but girls can't do another, especially like dating and things. Like it's just so many double standards. It makes me really angry. Into relationships, like I've never personally been in a relationship, but I think again it's just from society and maybe the generations before us that are like literally when I was in my grandparents, they're like, oh, why are you not in a relationship? Back to relationships, sorry, like the camera cut out, but yeah, I've literally always been single. I've only really dated like 2 people, didn't last very long, either of them. But yeah, literally every time I was with my grandparents, they're like, oh, so have you met anyone yet? Or like, are you on any dating apps? I'm just like, no, I'm happy being single. Like, and honestly, my experience with dating apps, I'd just rather wait until the right person comes along, you know. I think especially in your early 20s, I spoke about it's my boy talk, but I think dating apps are just not a vibe for me personally anyway. But I do know three of my friends actually have met their boyfriends through dating apps, so it does work for some people, it just hasn't worked for me. But yeah, again, I just think literally both my mum and my nan met their husbands when they were like in their early 20s, or like my mum met my dad when she was like 19. She didn't have kids till later on, but yeah, they both met their significant other really early on, and I haven't got to that point yet, and to be honest, that's fine. I think it's okay now for things to start later in life. Like, I honestly would be quite happy if I didn't meet my future husband until like my late 20s, early 30s. Like, I want to be single for as long as possible. Yeah, I like doing my own thing, I'm really independent, so yeah, I'm in no rush to meet anyone at all. Obviously if someone nice came along, I would pursue it, but right now I'm just, you know, happy being single. And also we're in a bloody pandemic, like, I don't want to be mixing people I don't know, so yeah, that's my thoughts on relationships and stuff. But I think like my friends kind of get it, like being single and things, but definitely older generations are kind of expect you to be in a relationship or be looking for a relationship, and like it's just not the case. Right, this video's had so many interruptions, I'm really sorry, but yeah, so the next thing we'll talk about is like body image and filters, because I think this is still such a huge issue with like Instagram and TikTok, where you can alter your body so much using different apps, and I think it's quite scary, the fact that there's apps out there that do that. Like, I remember watching a Molly May vlog like last year, and she was like, oh yeah, everybody uses Facetune. I'm like, no, they really don't. Like, literally me, I don't even buy presets, I just literally up the saturation, up the brightness of my photos. That's all I do to my Instagram. Yeah, and I think it'd be so damaging for young girls to be following all these models and influencers that really alter their photos and stuff, or even just getting rid of spots. I think it's quite damaging as well, because like no one has a completely smooth face. Like, I mean, from here it probably looks like I do, but if you look close up, I have like huge spots there, and that is okay because I'm a girl. I have hormones, I get spots. So yeah, I think when I was younger I didn't really realise how bad the issue was, but it wasn't until maybe like my late teens, early 20s when I started following more diverse body types and unfollowing all the people that just use filters within an inch of their lives. And yeah, like I literally saw like a really scary video on like someone's story where they were on TikTok and they literally like use like a sort of like bar thing with which they like dragged across the screen, like their whole face just like went in loads. I was like, oh my god, like I can't believe that's actually a thing on an app. Like, it's just scary. But yeah, so I think if you're someone who struggles with like Instagram, thinking you're not good enough, like just unfollow supermodels and things like that, and follow more normal people, like your everyday girls who just go to uni or just have a normal job and don't use hundreds of filters on their photos, because it will make you feel a lot better about yourself. And even like when you post things, like just don't use as many filters and you'll be more confident within yourself. Like I said, I've never really used Facetune or anything like that, but I used to use a lot of like saturation and like I'd crop things out my photos, but now I just, a lot of the time I just upload them unedited or as just a bit of brightness. That's all I really do to my photos. Again, it'll just get you more used to what you actually look like, not what Instagram wants you to look like. So yeah, I think again that's something that comes with age. You just realise what is actually real on the internet and what isn't. But again, I think that's still such a huge issue in modern day society for girls, unfortunately. Obviously they used to belay in the magazines and TV, but now I think it's the social media that makes that issue worse. But yeah, as I said, everybody's body type is completely different. Like, I still look at my photos of myself when I was like 16 and I'm like, oh my god, I was so skinny, but I'm like, I was literally 16, I was still growing. I'm now nearly 22, I obviously won't look the same as I was when I was 16. So yeah, if you ever find yourself in that cycle of looking back at old photos, like, you have grown since those photos, and yeah, it's normal for your body to change as you grow up, or like your face to change and things like that. So yeah, don't be so harsh on yourself when you're on Instagram, please. I'll answer a few questions. So the first one is, I'm in my early 20s, I've just left uni, but I feel like I don't have many friends anymore and I don't know how to make new ones. Again, I think this is a bit harder in the pandemic, but there is so many different like Facebook groups, Instagram groups kind of thing, where you can meet so many new people. Like, honestly, in like all 3 lockdowns, I've spoken to so many new people, many few girls who graduate actually. Like, if you don't know, they are a closed Facebook group and Instagram page where you can like, if you have any worries, you can just put it on a Facebook group chat and like someone will answer you probably. I respond to quite a lot of them. So yeah, I know so many people that have made friends that way. Again, through Instagram, I speak to so many different people who post similar things to me. Yeah, just like reach out to people and be like, hey, I really like your content, like do you like doing this in your spare time, that kind of thing. Like, it's so easy to make friends, and I think people just maybe get intimidated maybe by follow accounts, but like I have people that message me, they're like, oh, I don't think you'd reply. I'm like, I haven't got that many followers, like I'm just a normal girl, like you can message me kind of thing. But yeah, as I said, just like message like your favourite people. Like I've spoken to people who've got like hundreds of thousands of followers and they just seem like a normal person. Like I've spoken to Bronte King a few times, Charlotte Emily Price, she is absolutely lovely and she has quite a few followers now. But yeah, honestly, everyone who's an influencer, they were, or even like a celebrity, they were once a normal person, in the sense they haven't always had millions of followers. Like, they are a normal human being. So yeah, don't feel intimidated by messaging people on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Like, those are the best ways to meet people. Yeah, like even back in the day when I was a huge like boy band fan, like I made so many friends through Twitter, because obviously we all love the same boy bands, and I still speak to a few of them now. So yeah, it's so easy to make friends online. Yeah, and also if you're at university or at your work, maybe again just message people outside of university work hours and be like, hey, do you want to do a Zoom quiz, if people are still doing those, or a Zoom coffee or a Zoom drinks night kind of thing. And yeah, you can just go from there. And again, it just separates you, your work sort of relationship, to like a new different personal relationship. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really that close to anyone I've really worked with in the past now, but like I still have them on Facebook, I'll say hello to them occasionally. Yeah, and like even my uni friends I'm probably close to just because we're the same age. I think with me, everywhere I've kind of worked with people have been a lot older than me, hence why I haven't been made like really close friends. But I know a lot of people have made friends through their work, like working in like a shop or something. So yeah, I think again, just be the confident one, be the person that reaches out to someone else, because they might be thinking the same. They might think, oh, she seems like a really nice girl, but I'm too scared to message. And like as I said, we're all just normal people who want to make friends. Like, so yeah, don't be afraid to message people, I'd say, if you're struggling to make friends. Next question is, what are your views on contraception? What is your experience of contraception? I'll be completely honest, I've never like tried contraception. As I said, I've never had a boyfriend, so I haven't really needed it. Obviously I would use condoms and stuff, but yeah, I don't take any pills or anything. One, because I actually take epilepsy medication, so the doctors have always told me, like I get like a yearly review and they do say like, do you need contraception? I'm like, no, I'm not with anyone. And they're like, well, when you get to that point, make sure you obviously talk to your GP, because it, like certain medications can interfere with like epilepsy medication, so I don't actually know what I'm allowed to take. But to be honest, the amount, speaking to my friends, most of them have really struggled being on different pills, like affecting their mental health and things. And a couple of years ago I was on antidepressants and they just ruined my mental health, like, so it kind of scares me putting something into my body that could affect my mental health. So yeah, I think when it comes to that point where I want to look at contraception, obviously I will talk to a doctor, but I'm in no rush to go on it. And again, going back to double standards, I think it's really like annoying how girls have to like try different pills and like implants and stuff before they find something that works for them, whereas boys don't have contraceptives because they couldn't deal with the side effects in studies. I'm like, I know so many girls who have felt awful on medication for contraception, but have had to go along with it because their boyfriends want them to be on it or whatever. But yeah, obviously boys don't have to go through that because, yeah, patriarchy. But yeah, again, I think if you're considering it or are thinking about contraception, obviously talk to a doctor about it. But don't feel pressure to go on it either. Like I said, you can use condoms and like natural cycles and things. Also, I'm not sure how accurate natural cycles is, but yeah, don't feel pressure to go on like hormonal contraceptives. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Let me know what other videos you want to see and any other topics you want me to cover, and I will do that for you. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.